What if the world's most trusted software company, the one running your computer right now, was secretly working with the government to spy on you? Bill Gates built Microsoft into a tech empire and later became known as the billionaire philanthropist. But behind the scenes, his company allegedly helped launch one of the most powerful surveillance programs in history, PRISM. This isn't conspiracy, it's documented in leaked NSA slides. And the craziest part? Microsoft was the first company to sign on. Let's unravel this hidden history. After the September 11th attacks, the US government expanded its surveillance powers dramatically. By 2007, the NSA created PRISM, a secret program to collect digital communications directly from the world's biggest tech platforms. And right at the top of the partner list was Microsoft. They joined even before Facebook, before Google, before Apple. Microsoft opened the floodgates.
And welcome once more to Flashpoints. I'm Bob Orr, joined as always by Juan Zarate, our national security analyst. Juan, good to see you.
Bob, good to see you.
Let's talk about what's happening with the NSA. The president asked a high-powered panel to take a look at the way the NSA operates and report back, and now it has.
Right. This has been a 1-2 punch week for the NSA. They've been hit by a court ruling that claims that its mass collection of phone data is likely unconstitutional, almost Orwellian, is the way the court, Judge Leon talked about it. And then this panel has come out with recommendations basically saying, Bob, that the mass collection of data, the way that the NSA has been operating, the way that Section 215 of the Patriot Act has been interpreted is too broad. That it needs to be reined in and needs to be restructured because this is too much collection and too much retention of data.
When Edward Snowden exposed PRISM in 2013, the world saw the truth. The leaked documents showed Microsoft cooperating since 2007. The leaks suggested Microsoft helped the NSA access Outlook email data, intercept Skype video calls, extract files from OneDrive. This wasn't just metadata, it was your private life. And the scariest part? You probably use these tools every single day without knowing you were part of PRISM's global dragnet. So I want to ask you, if the government claims this is to keep you safe, do you think it's justified? Or is this a complete invasion of privacy? Comment below. I'm going to read through your answers.
My name's Ed Snowden. I'm 29 years old. I work for Booz Allen Hamilton as an infrastructure analyst for NSA in Hawaii. When you're in positions of privileged access, like a systems administrator for these sort of intelligence community agencies, you're exposed to a lot more information on a broader scale than the average employee. And because of that, you see things that may be disturbing, but over the course of a normal person's career, you'd only see one or two of these instances. When you see everything, you see them on a more frequent basis, and you recognize that some of these things are actually abuses. And when you talk to people about them in a place like this, where this is the normal state of business, people tend not to take them very seriously and move on from them. But over time, that awareness of wrongdoing sort of builds up, and you feel compelled to talk about it. And the more you talk about it, the more you're ignored, the more you're told it's not a problem. Until eventually you realize that these things need to be determined by the public, not by somebody who was simply hired by the government.
While Bill Gates was building his public image as the world's greatest philanthropist, his company was quietly tied to one of the most secretive surveillance programs ever created. Microsoft claimed they only complied with legal requests, but Snowden's documents hinted at something darker: direct access, where the NSA didn't just request data, they could potentially tap in directly. So the question is, was Microsoft just following the law, or were they a willing partner in global mass surveillance? Here's why Microsoft's involvement mattered more than any other company. Windows powered over 90% of computers at the time. Skype was one of the world's largest communication apps. Outlook and Hotmail had hundreds of millions of users. By being the first to sign on, Microsoft gave the NSA a blueprint. Other companies followed, pressured by legal orders and national security arguments. But the truth is, by then, your digital privacy was already compromised. Imagine this. You send a private email to a loved one, or make a late-night Skype call. At the very same time, those messages could be silently duplicated and sent to intelligence servers. That's the world Prism created. Quick question. If you found out the apps you use every single day were secretly feeding your data to governments, would you still use them? Yes or no? Drop your answer below. The NSA said Prism was about preventing terrorism. Microsoft said they obeyed the law. But once the Snowden leaks went public, trust shattered. The world suddenly saw tech companies not as neutral platforms, but as partners in mass surveillance. And the fact that Microsoft was there from the very beginning makes this one of the most overlooked chapters in modern history. Here's the bonus twist. Months after Snowden's leaks, Bill Gates gave an interview. Instead of condemning the surveillance, he defended the NSA, saying the leaks harm security. That small, almost forgotten statement reveals everything. While building his public image as a humanitarian, Gates quietly stood behind the very system exposed for violating global privacy. So now you know the hidden story of Microsoft, Bill Gates, and Prism. The story of how the world's most powerful software company may have helped create the most powerful surveillance program in history. What do you think? Should tech giants protect our privacy at all costs, or cooperate with governments for security? And would you delete an app if you found out it was spying on you? Let me know in the comments. I'll be reading them. If this video opened your eyes, smash that like button, share this with a friend who still uses Skype or Outlook, and subscribe for more shocking history stories the world tried to hide. I'll see you in the next video.